So, you swinging solo now? Or back with your ex?
That's a lot of questions.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, I hear that's bad for cats. Sorry. I have a habit of making bad jokes in tense situations.
It was a good joke, Parker.
Don't worry, Peter. No matter how many bad jokes you tell, I think it's safe to say that we're all gonna love them no matter what. But regardless, welcome back, true believers, and all you spectacular Spidey fans, and all you gamers out there, to a very interesting video. I'm very happy and, of course, lucky to be able to fully provide for you today. And as a bit of a bonus, it is also kind of considered as a little bit of a celebratory video in the grand scheme of things for me personally, considering that, of course, as we all know, the PlayStation 5 as a console released worldwide in November of 2020 last year. Of course, as you see from the title, it doesn't mean that it has been a whole month since the console itself released, but more specifically, as of a few days ago, it has been over a month since I've been able to actually get my hands on a PlayStation 5 system and finally make content for all these next-gen games to actually upload on the channel itself for all you guys to enjoy. That, of course, relates to my first impressions of the PS5 console, where I fully break down everything that the system can do when compared to the PlayStation 4 and PS4 Pro. So if you want to learn more about the loading speeds, the ray tracing elements, the SSD, just the overall system's design and haptic feedback with the DualSense, all the features that the console comes with, I will leave a link to that video in the description below. But also, I've been able to finally give my in-depth review of Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered, which of course is the PlayStation 5 ground-up remaster of Marvel's Spider-Man from PlayStation 4, with obviously the enhancements of the 60 frames per second, ray tracing, DualSense abilities, and the brand new Peter Parker face model, which I am actually very happy of the more positive reception that video has received, so thank you all in advance for your major support on that video. And of course, in my spare time, I've been able to fully play through a plethora of other games to fully get in depth with what exactly next gen can provide, with not just Spider-Man, but obviously with a majority of other games that can really showcase exactly what a next gen platform like the PlayStation 5 and what I'm assuming the Xbox Series X can really do. Because not only have I been able to fully play Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales and Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered on the PlayStation 5, both games are great. I didn't review Miles Morales on the PS5 because, as you would expect, Miles Morales is pretty much the base game that you know if you own a PlayStation 4, just miles better in terms of visual quality and the frame rate performance and the DualSense features on the PS5 version, whereas the remaster, it does have a lot of differences compared to the base game. Also, I've been able to fully play through the other Insomniac game, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, which, fun fact, is my personal game of the year for 2021. I think it is an absolute masterpiece. And it's just a great tech demo, pretty much, for what the PlayStation 5 can do, alongside of just being a relatively fun and engaging experience. Just the visual quality and the overall frame rate and graphic capabilities of what they're able to accomplish with a complete PlayStation 5 exclusive in comparison to a cross-generation game or a remaster that was directly built from the ground up, only running on the PlayStation 5 instead of rehauling a previous game from a previous console. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is definitely a must-play experience if you're someone who luckily enough owns a PlayStation 5, and also just to see the differences, I've also played Marvel's Avengers on the PlayStation 5. Does look kind of graphically better in certain areas, but for the most part, I am mainly playing it for the frame rate enhancements. I would say, though, if you own a PlayStation 4 compared to the PS5 version, you're not really missing out on anything too major when it comes to Avengers, just a little bit better visuals and enhanced frame rate. But recently, I've also bought the Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut for PlayStation 5. Now, I did own the base PS4 version of Ghost of Tsushima. If I did not play Persona 5 Royal in 2020, that would be my personal game of the year for 2020. Still a little bit upset that Last of Us Part 2 won Game of the Year for that year instead of Ghost of Tsushima, but even though Ghost of Tsushima is also for the Director's Cut available on PS4 and PS5, I do have the base game on PS4, and I rebought the game on PS5 with the Director's Cut, with the additional content, with the Iki Island expansion, and the PS5 enhancements with 60 frames per second. The haptic feedback and the DualSense feels incredible, and it's just a great game overall to have both on PS4 and PS5. So basically, why am I saying all this? Well, I just want to kind of take a look back at what the PS5 did in terms of graphic capability, visual fidelity, And even though we are still in the early phases of next gen, with the Xbox Series X and the PS5 still being less than a whole year old, and if you're someone who does not own the console yet, this is definitely, I would think, easy to say that this is the way of the future. This is definitely where games are going down the line, making them run super incredibly fast to load instantly into a game from your loading screen back to the home menu in seconds. You don't even have to think about it. You're just in a game or out of the game. It's crazy. But also just having the ability to have pure next-gen exclusives be the forefront of what gaming can do. And as I've said in previous videos, if you do not own a PlayStation 5 yet, I would say don't worry. It's just that if you want to play a more enhanced version of the games you can already play on your PlayStation 4, then obviously you want a PS5. But is the urgency there? Is the need, the necessity to own the system there now compared to what it could be probably 2 to 3 years down the line? And again, I would say no. I would say we're still in the very early phases of next gen. A lot of games look great, run great, and feel great when playing them for yourself with the DualSense controller. And of course, if you have a massively powerful TV or monitor to actually play the games on, then they're going to look mind-blowing in comparison to how they looked previously on your previous system. But there's not enough pure next-gen exclusives out there yet to truly justify going out of your way to just buy the system to only play a game like Miles Morales or Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered, when again, both of those games are fully available on your PlayStation 4 or PS4 Pro. But based on everything that I have played so far, with the enhancements that were made with Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered, and even the additions for another game like Ghost of Tsushima's Director's Cut on the PS5, this is definitely the first step into what a true next-gen game can offer, and I, for one, am super hyped to see exactly what a game like Marvel's Spider-Man 2 being exclusively, hopefully, on PlayStation 5, or even future Marvel games in the future, or superhero games like what we already know of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is going to be a complete next-gen exclusive, and just other games from the ground up to exclusively run on pure next-gen hardware to truly give us some extremely mind-blowing experiences that would not even be fathomable on previous hardware like the Xbox One and PS4. And for me, as a gamer at heart, I for one couldn't be happier with the overall success that the PlayStation 5 system in particular has received from consumers and fans and critics and reviewers alike all around, not only thinking that it is one of the best gaming systems out there, but the sales of people actually going out of their way to purchase the system is, again, showing exactly where the future of gaming can take us, what exactly is in store for us a couple to a few years down the line, and just getting your expectations in check to get to the realization, again, sadly, if you do not own a PlayStation 5, I would say in probably 4 years max down the line, then I think you're out of luck, because that is when games, probably 4 or 5 years, are only, for sure, going to only be running on PS5 and Xbox Series X hardware. For me, I think what I've played in the past with my PS4 and the enhancements and additions that have been made with the PS5 are next to none. A game like, for example, I've recently mentioned on the channel, Genshin Impact, running at a solid 60 frames per second is a total night and day difference compared to when you originally played it on the PS4, and that goes for any and all games with the 60 FPS performance mode boost, with the ray tracing elements providing more life and detail to the environments, and just having that immersion with the DualSense controller really makes you feel like, again, you are in the game world itself. And I really hope that developers, not just Insomniac, but all gaming developers, can truly utilize the max potential of what the console can do to, again, provide us gaming experiences that we've never seen before, and again, can't even be done in the slightest on the previous hardware with the PS4, Xbox One, and other gaming consoles that we've seen in the past. But with all that said, everyone, that was the kind of little look back I wanted to give to you guys today about the PlayStation 5 and me owning it for over a month. I'm having a blast with it. I'm still trying to play through the Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. I still haven't even made it off. Well, I made it to Iki Island, but I haven't made off, like, the main campaign yet for the base game, since I've already played the game previously. I kind of wanted to skip into the new stuff first, before I finish the main campaign with the Khan and stuff like that, with Jin trying to take him out. But regardless, I'm having a wonderful time, and again, none of this would be possible without all your support and aid. Again, this is all for you, and hopefully you do enjoy these PlayStation 5 videos I provided to you all today, and I can only hope that by the time that more PS5s are available in the future, that all you who do not own one yet are able to acquire one and truly experience everything that next gen has to offer, because I definitely think you're going to have a wonderful time with the system once you do get your hands on it personally, or if you're someone who already does own the platform, then I'm very happy for you, and again, I hope you're also having a wonderful time with playing all these games in true next-gen glory. But with all that said, everyone, thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy. Let me know what other types of PlayStation 5 videos you would want to see from me. I've already posted gameplay of Miles on the remaster running fully on PS5. I've talked about the backwards compatibility, all the DualSense features. I've done live streams, so any other topic you can think of that I could discuss and talk about for the PS5 and the games that are on it going forward, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'd be totally open for anything and everything that we love relating to video games, because that is exactly what I personally am a fan of the most, compared to comics, movies, TV shows. It's games, all the way for me, and I'm very excited as a gamer to see exactly where gaming can go even further down the line. But again, thank you all so much for watching. Stay spectacular, Spidey fans, and stay awesome, gamers. Peace out.